Hey, good afternoon. Today is 11th of August 2026. Years are passing by so fast. So today I am going to tell about my mistakes that I think I am doing, and that is the only main problem which is stopping me from achieving target. See, I have noted down few things, and I'm going to tell that and prove that. See, the first is strength of the market. So you have to understand the strength of the market. Is it consolidating or is it trending in upward direction? So that is the most important thing. So see, by telling strength means what? See here the momentum, the buying power you can see here so much. It came down with force, but again with momentum it went up. So at this area it is showing the buyers are in control. So why would you sell here? If you will sell here, you have the tendency to die by 90%. But in case of in place of selling, if you will do buying, then the condition reverses. You have the probability of winning the trade by 90%. So here buyers are in strength, then here again sellers took little bit of control. Again buyers took the control and tried to form a new high, but buyers failed. So now here the buyers got trapped, and they will be kicked out from this area. If it wants to go up, it needs to trap the sellers. So first what it will do, it will invite the sellers. So to invite the sellers, it needs to form a common type of chart pattern so that sellers comes and sell here. So here it first gave a breakdown. Here sellers were little bit in control, but immediately within a few candle it went up. Again it fell. Again it made a new low. So more sellers will come. Few entered here with the keeping a SL over here, and more sellers, uh, newbie sellers, they entered here. But see, the momentum of buying is slow, but the overall trend now, here overall trend, there are two things. One is strength and another is trend. So here it gave a breakout, and breakout was confirmed with a volume, and see it went up. And in this case, in this scenario, you would have entered and exited by 1:1. But as you know, this is a place where it gave a breakout of 4-hour time frame chart pattern. So here it is, means at the breakout it is accumulating, means this will give a 1:2 very easily. So here 1:2 you could have grabbed. Then next day, again see, the momentum of buying was super very strong. Here the momentum is there, but it is not as strong as it was there. So what happened here? Again, in a buying trend, sellers need to be trapped. So again here a sell side chart pattern was there, and I took a entry over here. And see, the main thing here is two liquidities. One is here and another one is there, and it would have much better if this liquidity was taken from this area. Then it would have been super, means it would have been a rocket. It went like a rocket, but it would have been more powerful rocket. And another thing is, see, you should have, and other mistakes what I am doing is not marking the support resistance. This resistance was marked here, so I was not very confirmed. So you have to go to higher time frame and mark the resistance every day, which I am not doing. Then marking the liquidity zone. So at this area here there is probability like two things, that is liquidation area and liquidity grab. Liquidity grab means what? Liquidity grab means look for liquidity grab. This thing happened exactly here. So this is the zone where the maximum liquidity grab will be done. If it will continue, it will continue. But if immediately it went up, then there is a high tendency that it will continue to go up. So it was a very good thing. Exactly, I have acted and did very good job at this trade. Only I have exited at this area. You can say it as a mistake and also a good thing, because previously sometimes what happens is it does not go up. It immediately when goes up, takes the liquidity, and then it again continues to fall. So it has 50-50 chance. So here only two things not two things, only one thing you could have done, that is taking two quantities. You have traded with one quantity, right? You could have taken two quantities, or you could have taken a big quantity. Half of that you should have booked over here and let the half ride the trend with the using of your super trend indicator. But you didn't do that because you are only holding one quantity. So okay, that's all for that trade. Next trade, here you can see that it is forming a kind of second pole kind of pattern. So this one was formed later, I have seen later. But if you can means logically, by taking the close of 1 hour time frame, you can see the close was here, the close was here. So this zone is a very strong came supply area. So in 15 minutes you can see liquidity, it came down. So in my mind I was like, yes, it will go up, but after it takes a liquidity from this, because it has only touched the 23% retracement area. At least 32% retracement area was essential for me, but it did not happen. So I did not take any trade, and I placed a limit order here and kept a SL over here, and my target was up. But then market showed me one thing. It showed me a doji candle with a very uh, strong grapestone doji, or you can say dragonfly doji, and also it formed at a very important zone along with me. Here you can say one mistake is there. You are watching another trader, that is why when he shorted here by thinking the same thing, you got trapped. You should have thought by yourself. See here one thing, this candle, if it formed like this, uh, like this kind of doji, like taking this liquidity and also this liquidity, then you could have shorted at this area, or at this area you could have shorted. But uh, you did a mistake, that it did not take the liquidity that much. Only single liquidity was there, this one. So market trapped me and it started to go up. And another thing, market is in bullish trend, it will trap the sellers. Remember, it will trap the sellers. So it invited the sellers here and it trapped them. It invited the sellers here, it trapped them. So it is in buying side, so sellers are getting trapped. So you should have kept in mind, in your mind, as you used to trade this and you are became uh, aware, but as you gave a gap, you forgot each and everything. So this is the thing, means a gap of 1 week costed me, not 1 week, 2 week or 3 week, costing me 4 months. That is the main problem. Just a gap of 2 to 3 weeks, it is costing me way too much. So that's all for this area. And similar thing I want to show you. If we can find it, it would have been very good. This one. See, this is a very big trend. And also another thing, you should be watching in that particular time frame. So you can see here it is like 874, means you can see this in 4 hours easily. See, 57 bars. We need to go to 2 hour. So in 2 hour time frame, here is the interesting thing, very interesting thing. Like previously, what happened there? Same thing happened again here. This is one touch, one touch, two touch, three touch, four touch, five touch. You can say this one is as four, five. So here is one very important interesting thing. See, in 2 hour time frame, because of the this pattern at 2 hour, there is no trap showing. It might have shown at that particular time, but after the completion of the trade, it is not showing any trap here. But if you go to lower time frame in 15 minute, you can see at this area, it gave a breakout, it trapped the sellers, means it exactly formed a sell pattern. So you would have sold here last try, right? So be aware about this. So this can be prevented by two things. That is, one, it has confirmed two things by like two things. That is, first one will be this one is coming at first to save me. That is, this is not saving here. That is the my super trend and that thing. See, in 1 hour also it formed a negative type of candle. So you have to, there is two things, either sacrifice your SL or uh, save your SL by little, but again you will make a loss. So only one thing is you can do is cut your loss only when there is a liquidity grab. Only that way you can be saved, otherwise it is not possible to save. See here, trend, super trend and 200 EMA failed me, because in 1 hour it is still trading against the 1 hour and not super trend indicator, 200 moving average indicator. So see here, there was no liquidity grab, but if it would have went up taking one major liquidity plus this liquidity was not taken. So two liquidities if it has taken, then it would have reversed and you could have got shorted here, and you could have targeted a very low area, 1:3 easily. See, now 2 3 points now. against the 200 moving average, as well as so in 15 minutes it was against the super trend. It is the main difficult thing. Not a single setup can save you from making a loss. Losses will be the part of the game. You need to stick to one thing. That is why here two things, only two things you can do. One is after a liquidity grab, like like this one single 100 tendency as the sellers were more powerful, it gave a break, means it fall. See, the fall was very slow because buyers were trying to take the control, but buyers failed. So this was the first thing, that liquidity grab, cut a sell. That one is the step one of saving your ass. Then step two comes in the very good thing, that is taking the leverage of that trap. So here if it got trapped, immediately you could have opened a buy position in another account. This is the good thing of Proforms. In another accounts, you could have opened a buy position like this, and you could have targeted this SL, or you could have targeted this SL, right? That is the good thing of trap trading. And so here what you will do, if your first SL was at this region, so you could have cut the SL over here in that account, and the position got converted into another trade in another account. This is these are the two reasons, two things that you could have done. So similarly, like here 200 moving average was against me, again a good setup formed, and very and it formed at a logical area. It formed a logical area. It was against the super trend as well as the 200 moving average. So it gave a move slowly, but it gave a move. That is the main thing. And when it is all together, see, my as per my setup, it is in sell side. As per super trend, it is in sell side. 200, it is in sell side. So it gave a very good move. And as you can see here, and one thing is, you are trying to do mm, negative RR, but negative RR is deadly. Is deadly where, like, you would have owned at this area, you would have owned at this area, but you kept a big SL. That is why it was the main problem. Otherwise, no, there is no otherwise. So only you cannot say that also. What I was trying to say is, see, I am shorting the market against the trend, right, and targeting 1 to 1. Here I was trying to say, here in this against the trend trading, then you can take a negative risk to reward. But see, here you would have owned at this area, but against the trend, right, against the trend, here you would have owned in small quantity, but you could have capture a bigger move again here at this area. So you need to fix few things like 1 to 1 and trailing the rest of the quantity. You are not able to capture 1 to 1. First of all, that is the main problem. There are a lot of problems I need to figure out. So then trap trading concept I am not very clear that time, but now again once the hand is getting fit, it will be okay. And I am trying to trade every trade setup logical. So that is the main problem. And the most important thing, I am not sync with the market, first one. And then another thing is you are not following a setup where it should supposed to form. That is the most important problem. At this area, it is a bi-direction, so you have traded it nicely only. At this area, it will form, means go continuation in the sell. So you should have been selling, but you did not take this trade. Similarly, at this area, it is showing a buy setup, means it will go a buy at least at this area or at least this area, like this support resistance area. And it formed a reversal pattern at a very important area at the third tap. So this one was logical for this setup. Okay. And then this setup was logical for this trend line. And when this gave a breakout, so after a breakout, will you find a reversal pattern or you will trade a confirm trend continuation pattern? Of course, trend continuation pattern, then it will give a very big move. That is how you should be trading, otherwise it is not possible to make that money. Here you will trade the trend continuation, here you will trade the trend continuation. See this one, there is a 50-50 chance, so it can come down, take the SLs, then it will go up, or it can come and take the support of this 200, then it will move up, then again it will continue to fall, because the you can see the high, one high, two high and three high. Those highs are not forming like this area. If it was forming like this area, then it would have been a great setup. So let's see what happens. So that's all I want to say. Thank you. Bye bye.